Right, hello guys, and welcome to today's video. And today's video is not only going to be an insane Cr-56 Amax best class setup, or the GALIL, whichever one you want to call it, but today's gameplay in the background you'll be seeing is going to be a 93 kill gameplay in Ground War with this insane Cr-56 class setup. So yeah, I'm not going to keep you too long. Here it is on the screen right now. So here it is, the muzzle being the compensator, the barrel being the XRK Zodiac, the laser being the TAC laser, the optic being the GI Mini Reflex, and finally the underbarrel being the Commando foregrip. And that's all you need to make this incredible, and I mean incredible, Cr-56 Amax best class setup. And again, today's video or gameplay you're going to be seeing is a 93 kill game in Ground War. And not only that, I'll be explaining why I use these attachments and what makes this gun so incredible. So yeah, let's get right into today's gameplay. Right, hello guys, and welcome to today's video. And today's video is going to be an absolutely insane, and I mean insane, class setup and gameplay with the Cr-56 Amax. You're seeing right now in the background the gameplay here on Promenade. Now I'm going to be honest, I hate this map, but do check out this little segment in a second where I found a really cheesy spot. Okay, now I don't play Promenade that much, but there's a spot that I managed to jump up to. Now don't worry, I don't sit here all game, but you're going to see I get a ton of kills in this spot because it's incredibly broken, this head glitch. It's actually ridiculous. Just as broken as this gun setup I've got going. As you can see, this thing shoots pretty straight, and you're probably wondering what the attachments are and everything. Well, I'm going to show you in the intro clip, obviously, what the attachments are. But no, I'm going to explain to you why I use those attachments and what makes this gun so great. So yeah, what am I going to start with? Let's talk about why this has taken so long. So first of all, this gameplay has taken so long for me to do, simply because Ground War was not in the game for a week, because for some strange reason they took it out and put in Realism Ground War. And I'm sorry, but Realism Ground War is just not for me. It's not a good mode. I did not enjoy it. You gotta have the mini-map, I gotta have my HUD. And yeah, I could not do Realism Ground War. So I spent all week leveling up this gun in Plunder. And I'll probably do a Warzone setup with this eventually, because it's actually a very, very good gun for Warzone. And in multiplayer, I'm gonna be honest, when they did bring Ground War back, and by the way, this is actually the best version of Ground War. This is Ground War without the tanks. I believe it's called like Infantry Ground War or something. But it's a fantastic version of Ground War. I don't know why they don't just keep it, because it's no tanks. You know, there's no dying to cheesy things like the tanks. So yeah, you've probably seen as well in the background, like, this spot is ridiculous. This head glitch is almost unbeatable, and I do get some quite easy streaks because of it. But if you got a gun like this, which, by the way, is like a 2-shot headshot and a 3-shot kill, especially with the attachments I've gone on it, this spot is incredibly overpowered. So if you're someone who doesn't play Promenade a lot because you don't like it, because personally, I don't like Promenade that much myself, but I tried it out, and I actually spawned this side. Normally, I spawn east side, so I've never actually known about this spot. I've never really had a chance to actually try that spot. But I saw I could do that, tried it, and as you can see, it's incredibly broken. So if you spawn that side, jump up on that bit on those wheelie bins and just get some easy kills. Because if you want to get headshot challenges done or whatever, that is the easiest and most broken spot in the game to do it with. But yeah, so this class setup, I'm going to be honest. The Cr-56 Amax, I had a lot of fun with it in Warzone when leveling up. But I'll probably do a separate video, because the Warzone setup is definitely different to the multiplayer setup. But with multiplayer, I got the chance to obviously play eventually. You know, they added this Ground War, the no tank version. And I was experimenting with this gun a lot. Okay, and I'm going to be honest, I did not have a lot of fun with it. Initially. Because right now, after finding this setup, I enjoy this gun a lot. But initially, I tried everything. I tried no stock, I tried different optics, different lasers, underbarrels, ammunition, rear grip, and I couldn't find anything. I was struggling. I was actually starting to hate the gun so much that I even contemplated not making this video, because I was struggling. And that's why I'm probably wondering that you guys, are you struggling with class setup with this gun? Before you even like attempt to use my class setup, have you guys been struggling with this gun? Because personally, I did. Okay, I tried every different type of build. I tried an SMG build, I tried a nice little long range AR build, and I couldn't find a good balance until now. It just hit me. Eventually, I managed to find a perfect combination. You've probably seen in the background how insane it is, how accurate it is, just how good the weapon is. So let's get into it. You probably already saw from my intro clip that I showed you what the class setup was, and some of you might already be using the class setup whilst possibly listening to this, or already like putting down the class setup, making sure it's saved into your builds, and also possibly trying it out right now. But I'm going to explain it. I'm going to explain why I use this setup and explain why I use the attachments and kind of the reasoning for different things, and plus I can give my feedback on other attachments. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. That's what makes this setup so insane. So let's start with the first thing, which is the muzzle. Okay, we put on the compensator. You're probably thinking that's a bit weird. Taz, you normally put on the monolithic suppressor and preach how good the monolithic suppressor, and that's right. There's no problem with the monolithic suppressor. The monolithic suppressor is one of the best attachments in the game. But for this gun personally, I found the recoil to be almost unbearable at times. It's very random. It felt weird, okay? I tried using this gun in so many different ways to try and use as little amount of recoil attachments as possible. But in the end, I had to just conclude that I could not use the monolith expressor. I tried it with the monolith expressor in so many different ways, but I could not do it. So I went with the compensator. And why did I go with the compensator? The compensator literally does recoil control. But what it does is it massively, and I mean massively, reduces vertical recoil. I don't know why it does that, because it does just say recoil control, which, you know, and going off of the bars, like, which again, you shouldn't really go off the bars because they're not the most accurate thing. It massively reduces vertical recoil. Massively. Like, probably better than the Merc foregrip. I don't know why, but it just does. So yeah, the compensator. The cons for it are the aim down sight speed and aiming stability, but you know me on this channel. I always find a way to fix these things. We're not going to make this gun too slow for you. We're going to make this gun perfectly balanced so you can use it in multiplayer. So yeah, definitely, in my opinion, go with the compensator. You can try the monolith expressor if you want, but personally, I did not find much success when using the monolith expressor, and I don't think this gun really needs it, especially with some of the other attachments that we'll be adding to this gun. So yeah, go with the compensator, reduce that recoil, make this gun as easy as possible to shoot straight, because that's the key thing with this gun, is you want to make sure you're hitting your shots, especially with the damage this thing puts out. So yeah, let's move to the next part, the barrel, okay? Now this is why we haven't put the monolith expressor on. It's because this barrel here that I'm using, which is the XRK Zodiac S440, massively, and I mean massively, improves the damage of this gun. Normally you're going to get a little bit, you know, like a couple of meters, sometimes 10 meters or so. This gun, or this attachment, sorry, the Zodiac S440, bumps the free shot kill range, that's right, this gun has a free shot kill range, to 50 odd meters. 50 meters for a free shot kill in multiplayer with a fully automatic gun that, by the way, shoots faster than the AK. What is there not to like about that? So I went with the XRK Zodiac simply because of this. You know, the free shot kill range, making your kill range of a free shot kill that far out. There's going to be next to no point in any map in ground war where you're going to need to kill in more than 3 shots, really. Because again, how many gunfights do you get into at 50 meters plus? Not a lot, not too many. In Warzone, a little bit different. You might have a few gunfights 50 meters plus, but in multiplayer, it's just basically never going to happen. So yeah, this also does the bullet velocity, which is also going to increase your range and make your bullets like not dip as much, and that's very useful for ground war, I'd say. Not really that useful for TDM and that, because again, it's a bit shorter range. And the final part of this class, or this barrel, is the recoil control, and that's again what we're trying to fix on this class, because personally, again, the recoil I find is not very good. It's not very consistent, that's how I'd put it. So yeah, damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. And these are all big benefits to this barrel. It's incredibly good. The other 2 barrels, I did try them out. I think they're more built for SMG builds, which I couldn't find a lot of success trying to find an SMG build for this. But if you guys want to try an SMG build, definitely go with the other 2 barrels. But for this class up here, to make this insane, like this incredibly balanced class setup, I'd definitely go with the XRK Zodiac for that amazing free shot kill range. Again, aim down sight speed and movement speed are the cons, but you know me, I'll fix that in a few seconds with a few other attachments. Next up, the laser. You probably already saw again from the intro clip. I put on the tack laser. And why did I use the tack laser over things like, say, the stipple grip and etc.? So I'll get into that. So, most of you are probably thinking I should have went with the 5mm laser, because one of the big problems with this gun is its sprint out time is pretty bad. It's not the best, let's put it that way. It's around like the 280, 300 millisecond mark, I believe, which is quite slow. But what you do need, I believe, is a bit more like recoil, etc. Like things that make the recoil more, how do I put it, more controllable. And what this does is the aim down sight speed, the aiming stability, and the aim walking steadiness. So what this does is, first of all, I can aim down sight incredibly quickly. Not only that, my aiming stability, which is like the sway of the gun, is more controllable. Like it's not going to sway as much, let's put it that way. And aim walking steadiness just means the gun's going to be more steady when walking. Now, I'm going to be honest, this isn't something I notice whenever I use something that says it does increase or make the aim walking steadiness better. But personally, I went for it because of the aim down sight speed and aiming stability. And most of the time, you're not going to be caught sprinting with this gun if you know how to use this gun correctly. Again, this is not a gun that you sprint around the map with. This is a gun that you kind of get into positions to be ready for gunfights. As you can see, I'm not having too many problems with these up-close gunfights because I am making sure that I am perfectly ready for these gunfights. Sometimes I get caught out, you know, I didn't see that guy there. But you see what I mean. I'm doing okay. I'm getting around the map, I'm having my sights up quickly enough, and having a better aim down sight speed is going to massively help with that. Yes, the laser is visible to enemies, but as long as you be smart about it, it should be no problem at all. So basically there is no cons to this, so that's why the lasers are very powerful. I'm surprised not a lot of people actually use these in multiplayer. Most people use them in Warzone only. So yeah, definitely go with the tac laser. Now next up, this is something that I'm going to kind of like ask you guys about, whilst also explaining why I'm using this. So, the first thing I want to talk about is, do any of you guys think the iron sights are a little bit wonky on this gun? Because what I tried to do is not waste a point on reticles. I feel like reticles are pretty pointless most of the time. Like, you should always try to use the iron sight to save yourself an attachment of using a reticle. But this gun's iron sights do look clean, but for me, I personally found them to not be accurate, and I could not understand it. I felt like there was moments where I was shooting at people, and it just wasn't, how would I put it, it just wasn't accurate enough. By the way, I know this part of this gameplay is going to get quite boring here, but as you can see, I did get 93 kills in this game, but my team did let me down a bit by conceding a lot of streaks, and that's why I died 15 times in this game, and you're actually going to see we do end up losing this game whilst being up 210 to 80. Yes, I know. My team cost me hard a little bit here. I'm not going to take any blame for this because, again, my team conceded the streaks. I was doing okay. But somehow my team conceded a lot of streaks. It caught me like 8 or 9 deaths extra on this gameplay. Again, it's still a good game though. 93 kills and 15 deaths. So yeah, just wanted to explain that before you guys get really bored watching this part of the game. But next up, anyway, the Optic. So I put on a GI Mini Reflex because, again, I didn't like the iron sights. I tried all the different barrels, and obviously they change. If you didn't know, they do change the iron sights if you change the barrels. But for some reason, they just weren't accurate. Every time I shot at someone, it felt like I was missing when, like, I felt like the bullets should have been hitting. So in the end, I gave up, and I was like, nope, I need to put a sight on this. It's just not working for me. The barrels look clean, but they're not working for me. If you guys can work with the barrels, then go ahead, do that. But I put the GR Mini Reflex on, and for me personally, it makes the gun so much more accurate, so much more easier to use. So definitely, in my opinion, go with the GR Mini Reflex, or any type of reflex. As long as it suits your needs, you can use any reflex you want. But if you start going into things like sniper barrels and that, then do be one that they do like slow down your aim down sight speed, etc. So you don't really want to do that. Personally, I'd stick to a reflex sight that you prefer. But for me, I like the GR Mini Reflex. And as you can see, it makes this thing a laser beam, okay? I can shoot straight as anything using the GR Mini Reflex. And then next up, the final attachment is the underbarrel. And why do we go with the underbarrel? We went with the Commando foregrip. And the reason for the Commando foregrip is the Commando foregrip paired with a compensator is 100% the best combination for reducing recoil. And again, I struggled with this gun's recoil, so I wanted to make sure I lowered it as much as possible. And these two put together, the Commando foregrip and the compensator, is going to reduce it massively. Because one, you're going to get the recoil stabilization of the Commando foregrip. Now, what does that do? That's your horizontal recoil, not your vertical. Your vertical is all done by the compensator, but the horizontal recoil, the horizontal recoil is your side-to-side like recoil, which is basically uncontrollable. It is almost impossible to control horizontal recoil if it keeps shaking side to side. If it goes up and to the right, then yes, you can pull back down to the left to negate that recoil. But most of the time, horizontal recoil is pretty much uncontrollable, or at least hard to control. So the way I wanted to fix that is by using the Commando foregrip, and then not only that, get more aiming stability. So this gun is not going to sway, you know, and you want to make sure you're hitting your first few bullets, because this gun, the main thing with this gun is the damage and being able to hit the bullets. Because once you hit someone, as soon as you're putting that damage on them, again, this is like one of the highest damage guns in multiplayer, you're going to be making that guy flinch everywhere, and they're not going to be able to put shots on you if you're able to hit your first shots quickly enough, and then after that, you just got to make sure you hit your follow-up shots nice and quick. So again, making this gun as accurate as possible, and then hitting with the free shots that you need, because again, you're only going to ever need free shots in most situations to actually kill someone, is going to help massively. So again, this build here is just complete accuracy and making sure the damage is good enough to kill at like quite far ranges. That's how I went and built this assault rifle. And using the tac laser did make the aim down sight speed a lot better. So yeah, this is the class setup, the Cr-56 Amax, my best class setup for it. Incredible setup. Again, I did struggle with this gun a bit. It took me ages to get this class setup once they brought ground wall back there. Because again, I wasn't messing around with class setups or anything, or trying to get a good class setup for this, until they brought back ground wall. Because again, I'm not doing search and destroy or TDM gameplays, because I'm sure you guys will probably be bored of that. If you've ever played TDM, it's quite slow in this game. And again, I like to get high action, high kill games, and that's what this 93 bomb is here on your screen. This high action, high kill gameplay. Alright, my team is kind of costed me a bit, and you're going to see at the end, they died a few times and kind of got me streaked a little bit, so I'm kind of stuck here in my spawn, and we do end up losing the game because of this. But there's not much I could do about it, you know, I can't cater for like 20, I'm trying to think what this is, it's like 12v12 or something for this map? Something like that. It's like 12v12 or 16v16, I can't remember. But yeah. So yeah, this gameplay was pretty insane. This was actually the game where like I found the class up, where I found how to get it incredibly accurate, managed to get the damage off. So yeah, key points of this gun. The damage, 3-shot kill, consistently. Will be a consistent 3-shot kill range for you. And also, every other attachment I've got on here is pretty much for recoil only. And then obviously they've got the tack laser for the M-down sight speed. So definitely try out this class up. You can see on your screen, it is just doing the damage. It is doing what it needs to do. And definitely try this out before people find out, because I think a lot of people are probably struggling with this gun to find a class up. I've seen a lot of people try SMG builds, try like balanced AR builds, etc. But I think I found the best class setup. So this is the best class setup for the Cr-56 Amax, aka the GALIL. And yeah, I'm going to leave you the rest of this gameplay. I'm going to be honest, nothing else happens because I'm kind of stuck in my spawn, as you can see. My team conceded so many streaks and I got stuck in my spawn. But I do hope you enjoyed today's gameplay. I do hope you enjoyed today's video. Definitely try out my class setup, because this class setup is absolutely insane, okay? This is unbelievable class setup. But yeah, as you can see, 93 kill game. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe with notifications on, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.